Okay, y'all. Here we go with some more R. Kelly drama. They coming out now with a Surviving R. Kelly Part 2, January the 2nd, 2020. Now, I wasn't going to talk about R. Kelly, I thought for a while, but every time you turn around, something new pops up. So, let's get into it. Demetrius Smith. Demetrius Smith came down to the TMZ looking like Sherman, all the clumps from Nutty Professor. I be trying not to laugh about this R. Kelly thing, but it's so funny to me. Demetrius Smith came down to the TMZ looking like all the clumps in Nutty Professor. He done gained some weight, grew his hair, threw on some thick glasses. Demetrius Smith is saying that he's been subpoenaed to testify against R. Kelly in this second trial, but he don't want R. Kelly to go to jail due to his testimony. Well, baby, it's a little bit too late for that. In January, when Surviving R. Kelly was airing, everybody was calling R. Kelly a monster. They saw how serious it was getting. Now a lot of people are backing out of it or trying to back out of it. They incriminated themselves. A lot of them did. So my guess is they were afforded or granted some kind of immunity because Jerhonda Pace incriminated herself, Demetrius Smith, Lisa Van Allen. A lot of them incriminated themselves. And now they're saying he needs help. But January 5th, the beginning of this year, he was a monster. Y'all, I can't make this up. It's all over the internet. My thing is, when he first came on the air with TMZ in that 2-minute interview, the first thing he mentioned was his book. His book is not selling. None of their books are selling. Jerhonda Pace's book is not selling. Ashanti McGee, Kitty Jones, Lizette Martinez, none of their books are selling. So it's pretty much time to just let it go. You know, and what they fail to realize is once they came out to take down the king of R&B, telling all these crazy stories, they were being investigated too. That's why I think that they got immunity. So, here's the thing. Demetrius Smith has been bitter with R. Kelly for almost 2 decades because R. Kelly fired him. His testimony is not his first attack on R. Kelly. His first attack on R. Kelly was convincing Tiffany Hawkins to sue R. Kelly. This happened shortly after R. Kelly fired him for being a fantastic thief. Then his book came. When I tell y'all, so many of them incriminated themselves. Demetrius Smith. He walked Aaliyah into a government place to get a fake ID made to marry R. Kelly. Right? He wasn't concerned about Aaliyah and R. Kelly until R. Kelly fired him. So this is his way of getting back at R. Kelly, but at the same time still trying to profit off R. Kelly's name with his book. None of these people care about these girls. The justice system didn't care about those girls. The industry doesn't care about those girls. Those girls, the parents, and the enablers were used as bait to get the big fish. You see, everybody see it and everybody realize it, but nobody wants to accept it. R. Kelly was guilty in that first trial. We saw him on tape with the PP girl. We know that he married Aaliyah. They let him go. The industry and the justice system let R. Kelly go. Because see, at that time, they didn't want to get rid of him. Because he was making them millions and billions of dollars. They still needed him. He was still beneficial to them. Now that they don't need him anymore because his record label dropped him, his residuals are on hold, his catalog is on hold, he doesn't own his master, so they have no more use for R. Kelly. They left loopholes open in that first trial because they knew that they was going to come back later on and get him. Those girls, the parents, and the enablers like Demetrius Smith, all of them were being used. Social media dragged all of those people. The industry dragged those people with surviving R. Kelly. They gave them a little few dollars and sent them on by their way, but what they don't realize is they're still getting paid off of surviving R. Kelly. They're getting paid so much off of surviving R. Kelly, they put it on Netflix. And they're coming out with a Surviving R. Kelly Part 2. First it was Surviving R. Kelly. Then it was the Surviving R. Kelly, The Impact. Now in 2020, January the 2nd, they're coming with a Surviving R. Kelly 2. They don't care about them girls. R. Kelly is done. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news for his loyal fans, his dedicated fans, the people that love him. But R. Kelly is done. R. Kelly will not see the light of day again for a long time. And all the people that they use to help them bring down R. Kelly, I can't help but to think that they got immunity because most of those people on the Surviving R. Kelly documentary incriminated themselves. They committed felonies. They admitted to it in the documentary, all over social media. What Demetrius Smith did with Aaliyah is a crime. He aided and abetted R. Kelly in criminal activities. He helped that girl get a fake ID to marry a grown man. That's against the law. Jerhonda Pace, entrapment all over her whole case. She knew how old she was. She got a fake ID made. She laid up with that man knowing she was going to do what she doing now. She kept evidence of his DNA on it for 10 years. She had an agenda. She brought another underage girl in on it, Dominique Gardner. Lisa Van Allen, extortion. She stole a sex tape. So she was in possession of child porn and extorted him to get the tape back. She participated in child pornography and child molestation. So, I mean, y'all gotta see this for what it is. R. Kelly is not getting out of jail, and Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage are the only thing left. Once they tell their story about their life with R. Kelly, they gonna be done too. So I see Azriel is jumping on it early. She want her 50K on her social media site so she can get monetized and, get her money coming in. Joycelyn Savage better jump on board too. She needs to follow suit. Because here's the thing. Those girls don't love R. Kelly. No, they don't. They don't even have anything in common with R. Kelly. R. Kelly is 30 years older than those girls. Use y'all common sense. They got up with R. Kelly for the fame and fortune. So quite naturally, they want to leave with something. Hopefully, Azriel get her 50K that she asking for and put out a hit song because she can sing. We all saw that. So hopefully, she put out some good music and that'll keep her going. And Joycelyn, baby, just write you a book. Y'all better get what y'all gonna get while the getting is good because come this time next year, this R. Kelly scandal is gonna be dead. Once they air the Surviving R. Kelly Part 2, that's going to ride everybody through his trial. When his trial start in April and May, and then the other trial start in September, that's going to take them out. They got what they wanted. R. Kelly in jail. Now what they going to do? Because, I mean, they done said everything there is to say. Once Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Claris say whatever it is they're going to say, they're going to be in the same position as everybody else that was on the documentary. People have forgotten about them and they moving on to the next story, to the next celebrity. I just wish that they would have never went on social media. I wish that they would have just stayed mainstream. If they would have just stayed mainstream and professional with it, I think that they would have still been okay. But once they took it to social media, once they started doing all these interviews with these blogs, that's when they lost a lot of people. Because everything just turned into one big circus. The gossip blogs use them for tractions on their website, and the YouTubers use them for views and subscribers. Nobody cared about their story genuinely. So yeah, Azriel, baby, I hope you put out some hits because that's what's going to keep people attention. If you don't, you're not going to get that 50K, baby. So have your book ready on standby. And Joycelyn, girl, just write your book because your daddy mentioned in several videos that, you're a model. I just don't see no model agency picking you up after this scandal. It's just not going to happen. Let's just be real about everything, y'all. And as far as people saying that the Savages want a reality show, that's not going to happen either. I mean, what they gonna talk about once R. Kelly is convicted and sentenced? So, that's not gonna happen either. The best thing for everybody to do is basically just get what you're gonna get right now because everybody in it for a payday. The girls, the enablers, the parents. And I think when people say that the parents sold their daughters or pimped their daughters out, I think the parents get misunderstanding with that. I think they misinterpreting what people are saying. And the misunderstanding is, to translate it, it's like y'all went in to do business with R. Kelly for the fame and fortune. Y'all disregarded his history. So when people are saying that they pimped their daughters out, they sold their daughters, that's basically what people are saying. Y'all disregarded his history and still wanted to do business with them. Him and his team. So that's what that is. I just saw something online and I was like, let me go and make a little quick video about this because, honey, these people coming out with an R. Kelly Part 2. Oh, my God. It just never ends with the R. Kelly scandal. Me, personally, I'm just waiting to see how this first trial going to turn out because a lot of people are so outraged about what's going on now. Not me. I'm still stuck on the first trial, and I see this for what it really is. This is just the first trial playing out again. Because when they go to court, the only thing that's going to matter is the Aaliyah situation and the PP girl and possibly Jerronda Pace's shirt, DNA shirt, whatever it is that she have on R. Kelly. Because it's going to be real hard for them to prove that he was racketeering all of these girls. You know, it's going to be real hard for them to prove the RICO Act on R. Kelly. I mean, they got to have some visual evidence to prove that he was sleeping around with underage girls. Or some underage girl is going to say that, yes, he did it to me. And the only person that I see saying that now is Jerronda Pace. And the Clarys are trying to say that he was messing around with Azriel Clary when she was 17. But she has disputed that and said that it's not true. But things can change because her and Jocelyn look suspect to me. You know, it is what it is. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just thinking from the outside in, looking at things realistic. I don't know them people. I don't know none of these people. And the only reason why I'm making commentary because it's R. Kelly. And the reason I say that Azriel Clary and Jocelyn Savage look kind of suspect is because they are included in all this stuff that's going on with R. Kelly. They're in the indictment. Once they get on that stand, those lawyers are going to shred them young girls to pieces. They going to take everybody down through there. R. Kelly's attorneys are prepared for that because they have been disputing everything and debunking everything everybody has had to say since the beginning. And for the people to come down to the internet and now say they don't want to see him locked up, they just want to see him get some help, it's a little bit too late for that now, baby, because y'all in too deep. Y'all came for the king of R&B. And y'all came in packs. So it's going down this second trial. Throughout it all, y'all, I still don't know who's the worst. But I'm leaning toward Andrea. Because she stayed married to that man like, 13 years? You divorced him and kept his last name. You got on the documentary and degraded him. Then you exploited your children for financial gain. And you see that all he's going through, you still going for him for back child support. I think she's the worst. And Sparkle, oh my God, like, y'all, what did the people do that linked up with R. Kelly for a music career? What did they do? Because none of them turned into artists. What did they do after they saw that didn't work? What did they do? Give up on their dreams? Because like Zed Martinez said that she linked up with R. Kelly for a music career. Sparkle also said she started putting family members on. And Azriel Clary and Jocelyn hooked up with him for the same reasons. I mean, like, none of these people are artists. None of these people made it in the industry the way that they really wanted to. They just being exploited in this scandal. It's over for R. Kelly. They piled all them charges up on R. Kelly, hoping that something would stick, and something is going to stick. And I'm patiently waiting to see what it's going to be. The way that all them people came down to the social media and exposed themselves. That's what gave me the impression that R. Kelly has a 50-50 chance. Because the parents are into it with the bloggers, the YouTubers, each other. The girls are still suspected to be into it with their parents because they haven't went back home to their parents. Uh, the girls are into it with YouTubers and bloggers. It's just a circus. I mean, it's all over the place. So I'm sure that if I see it and other people that's on the internet see it, because these people comment sections be flooded. If we see it, the attorneys see it. So at the end of the day, we all know that R. Kelly was guilty during the first trial. And basically, we just seeing it play out. But nobody wants to accept it, especially his friends and family and fans. But it is what it is. R. Kelly was guilty.